Jaya
Krishna Prishna Tale
Srimati Bhakti Vedanta
Swami Nitinamine
Namaste Saraswati Devi
Gaura Pracharine
Nirvishesha Sudhamati
Ashatya Deshatarine
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar Devadadi
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Haraya Namah Krishna
Yadavaya Namaha
Hare Govinda Ram
Sri Madhusudan
Mukha Karoti Vajalam
Pangum Langayate Girim
Yati Patavan Mande
Sri Guru Dinatarinam
Arananda Madhavam
Sri Caitanya Ishwaram
Hare Om Tat Sat. Today, at Lord Chaitanya's sacred appearance day,
Today is Lord Chaitanya's sacred appearance day,
Gaura Purnima.
Gaura Purnima.
Srila Prabhupada said that since we're basically devotees of Lord Krishna,
Srila Prabhupada said that since we are basically devotees of Lord Krishna,
we consider Krishna as the original personality of Godhead.
we consider Krishna as the original personality of Godhead.
Therefore, we fully fast on Krishna Janmashtami and Gaura Purnima.
Therefore, we fully fast on Krishna Janmashtami and Gaura Purnima.
That means when the Lord Chaitanya appears at the moonrise, we take Anna Kalpa, we take Ekadashi type.
That means when Lord Chaitanya appears at moonrise, we take Anukalpa Ekadashi.
And similarly, when Krishna appears at midnight,
Similarly, when Krishna appears at midnight,
we take the Ekadashi type.
we take Ekadashi type.
Other days, Vishnu Tattva, it's optional.
Other days of Vishnu Tattva, it is optional.
But since we accept that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead,
But since we accept that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead,
we observe these 2 days specially.
we observe these 2 days specially.
Here, many devotees observe Sangha Chaturdasi like that.
Here, many devotees observe Narasimha Chaturdashi like that
Because we have Sangha here.
because we have Narasimhadev here.
Just like in some temples where they have Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman, they observe more rigidly.
So just like some temples where they have Sita, Ram, Lakshman, there also they observe like that.
But that's optional.
But that's optional.
Now, actually, listen very carefully. What was the method in which Krishna entered the world?
Now listen very carefully. What was the method by which Krishna entered into this world?
In 1406, Shakabda
of 1406 Shakabda
in the month of Magh.
in the month of Magh,
For these 14 months before Gaura Purnima today.
14 months before Gaura Purnima today,
He entered into the heart of Jagannath Mishra.
he entered into the heart of Jagannath Mishra.
And as he saw, Jagannath Mishra saw light, illumination, transfer from his heart to Satyamata's heart.
Then he saw a light illumination transferred from his heart to Sachimata's heart.
And Vishwanath Chakravarti Prabhu, he said that it means also he went from the heart of the Sachi to her womb.
Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that means also that he went from the heart of Mother Sachi to her womb.
And so Jagannath Mishra, he commented to his wife that I saw this light come from my heart to your heart.
So Jagannath Mishra, he commented to his wife that I saw this light coming from my heart into your heart.
And she said, I saw the same thing.
She said, I saw the same thing.
And that this meant that soon a divine personality will come in there, will be born.
What this meant is that a divine personality would be born.
So, since Krishna is the husband of the goddess of fortune,
Since Krishna is the husband of the goddess of fortune,
once Krishna came in there, family, then people would spontaneously come up to Jagannath Mishra and give him donations.
so that means once when Krishna came into their family, people would spontaneously come to Jagannath Mishra and give a donation.
So I give him cloth, I give him money.
Some would give him cloth, some would give him money.
He didn't even ask. They just come and give him.
He didn't even ask, they would just come and give him.
So he was very amazed at this change.
He was very amazed at this change.
And the Devas, knowing that the Supreme Lord was entering into the world, they would come and from the sky they would offer their prayers.
The Devas, knowing that the Supreme Lord was entering into the world, they would come into the sky and offer their prayers.
But somehow, by the mystic power of Lord Caitanya, Satyamata somehow was aware that there were these human-like figures offering their prayers.
Somehow by the mystic power of Lord Chaitanya, Sachimata was aware that there was this mystic human-like figures offering their prayers.
And she chanted the names of the Shingadev.
And she chanted the names of Narasimhadev.
And they realized that they were exposed.
So they realized
They were exposed.
they were exposed.
Normally, human beings cannot see Devas.
Normally, human beings cannot see Devas.
So, then they fled away.
So then they went away.
So, in the same way, actually, Vasudeva, his heart was pure, and then therefore Krishna could enter in his heart.
In the same way, Vasudeva, His heart was very pure, so Krishna in that way could enter his heart.
And then Krishna went from his heart to the heart of Devaki.
And then Krishna went from his heart to the heart of Devaki.
So then, because Vasudeva's heart was pure, he could have Vasudeva as a child.
So since Vasudeva's heart was pure, he could have Vasudeva as his child.
Krishna. So, in the same way, they call that immaculate conception.
They call that immaculate conception.
The person of Godhead enters into this material world.
The personality of Godhead entered into this material world.
Now, when 13 months were up,
Now when 13 months were up,
Mother Sachi, Jagannath Mishra, they were very worried.
Mother Sachi and Jagannath Mishra, they were very worried.
That normally it doesn't take a child so long.
Normally it doesn't take a child so long.
How much would it take? 10, 11 months?
9 months.
9, 10 months. So, they're worried.
They were worried.
13 months.
13 months.
So they asked Sachimata's father, Nilambar Chakravarti,
So they asked Sachimata's father, Nilambar Chakravarti,
and he was an expert astrologer.
and he was an expert astrologer.
So he calculated.
So he calculated,
He said he'll appear on some auspicious day and month of Falgun.
so he said that he will appear in an auspicious day in the month of Falgun.
So today is that day.
Today is that day.
537 years ago,
537 years ago,
I wonder, I don't know if we'll be alive 550 days, 550 year.
I don't know if we'll be alive 550.
I'll be alive.
I don't know if I'll be alive 550th year.
But that will be, we should really have a very glorious celebration.
But in that year we should have a really glorious celebration.
So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he did an astrological study.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he did an astrological study.
This planet, this house.
This planet, this house.
Anyway, I'm not an astrologer.
Anyway, I'm not an astrologer,
But it's very auspicious.
but there are various houses.
Very auspicious.
But very auspicious.
And so one thing is that normally what we call the eclipse is that Rahu goes in front of the moon.
So normally what we call eclipse is Rahu goes in front of the moon.
And since the pure form of Lord Chaitanya with his face of molten gold,
And since the pure form of Lord Chaitanya with his face like molten gold
and no blemish.
had no blemish.
So what is the need of the full moon with a blemish?
So what is the need of a full moon with a blemish?
Gaura!
Goura!
So, therefore, also in the Hindu Samaj, people on the Chandragrahan or solar eclipse, lunar eclipse,
Also in the Hindu Samaj, people during Chandragrahan or lunar eclipse,
they would go in some nearby river, sea, anywhere and submerge themselves halfway.
They would go to a holy river or a sea and submerge themselves halfway
And chant.
chant
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare. Hare Rama. And actually the Muslims have no real business to chant Hare Krishna.
Actually, the Muslims have no real business to chant Hare Krishna,
But hearing all the Hindus chanting,
but seeing all the Hindus chanting,
that made fun.
they made fun.
Hindus are saying, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Ah, look at Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Somehow or another, they're also chanting.
Somehow or other, they were also chanting.
So like this, the whole world was chanting the holy names.
So like this, the whole world was chanting the holy names.
And spontaneously, Advaita Gosai and Haridas Thakur, they start dancing.
And spontaneously, Advaita Gosai and Haridas Thakur, they started dancing.
Why they were dancing,
Why they were dancing?
I don't know.
They don't know.
Or maybe they knew, but they didn't tell.
Maybe they knew but they didn't tell anyone.
And they were dancing, and they went into the Ganges and took their bath.
They were dancing and then they went into the Ganges and took their bath.
So Lord Chaitanya at that auspicious time, he appeared.
So Lord Chaitanya at such an auspicious time, he appeared.
And it said that the Chandrasekhar, Srivas, they did the birth Jatakarma, the birth ceremonies.
And it says that Chandrasekhar and Srivas, they did the birth Jatakarma or the ceremonies.
And then all kinds of Brahmanis visited and brought gifts for the baby.
And all kinds of Brahmanis, they visited and brought gifts for the baby.
At that time, different Devas, Devis, they came in disguise as a human Brahmani.
At that time, different Devas and Devis, they came in disguise as human Brahmani.
So Deity, the wife of Lord Brahma, came.
Lord Brahma came.
Savitri, the wife of Lord
Or Savitri, the wife of Lord Brahma came.
Brahma had already come as Lord Haridas Thakur.
Okay, Brahma had already. Sorry.
Mahesh's wife, Durga Devi,
Mahesh's wife, Durga Devi,
she came as a Brahman.
she came as a Brahmani.
The Indra's wife came.
Indra's wife came.
Ranga Devi, the Apsara came.
Ramba Devi, the Apsara came.
So many people were coming,
So many people were coming.
all ladies.
Ladies.
And even they would speak languages that others wouldn't know.
And even they would speak languages that others wouldn't know.
But they're all coming
But they were all coming
to see the baby.
to see the baby.
After a few days,
After a few days,
taking permission from her husband,
they took permission from their husband.
Sita Thakurani, a wife of Advaita Acharya, came.
Sita Chakurani, the wife of Advaita Acharya, came.
Advaita Acharya is the richest Brahmin.
Advaita Acharya was the richest Brahmin.
So she came in a palanquin,
So she came on a palanquin.
and it was covered with cloth on the sides.
It was covered with cloth on all sides.
She had maidservants.
She had maidservants.
Maidservants.
She had maidservants.
And she came, and then she brought auspicious items like turmeric roots,
She brought specific items like turmeric roots,
auspicious items
auspicious items
like blue grass,
like dhruv grass,
and she put this on the head of the baby
and she put this on the head of the baby
and gave blessing.
and gave her blessing.
May a dear ayu, long life.
May you have dirgayu, long life.
But she saw that this baby exactly had the form of Krishna.
But she saw that this baby was exactly having the form of Lord.
Exactly!
Exactly
What a different color.
the form of Lord Krishna,
What a different color.
but different color.
He was golden and Krishna's shell.
Like he was golden and Krishna is sham.
And she had Sita Thakurani brought golden armlets and
Sita Thakurani brought golden armlets,
ornaments,
ornaments,
silver, gold,
silver, gold,
and she was very happy
she was very happy
to see the divine form of Lord Chaitanya.
to see the divine form of Lord Chaitanya.
So, to hear the pastime of Lord Chaitanya's appearance
So to hear the pastime of Lord Chaitanya's appearance
gives Lord Chaitanya, makes him very happy.
makes Lord Chaitanya very happy.
And the devotees who hear, they can easily get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
And devotees who hear, they can easily get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
Gauranga!
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 So, actually, we take the Parikrama around the 9 islands of Nabadvipa.
Actually, we take the Parikrama around the 9 islands of Nabadvipa.
One of those islands is Janadip,
One of those islands is Jahanudvip,
the ashram of Jana Muni.
where there is the ashram of Jahanumuni.
And there, Lord, another Bhagi Maharaj, is bringing down the Ganges from the heavenly planets.
The Bhagi Maharaj is bringing the Ganges from the heavenly planets.
But the Ganges was flooding the ashram of Janamuni.
The Ganges was flooding the ashram of Jahanumuni.
He got a bit angry.
He got a bit angry.
His stuff was being swept away by the water.
His Achaman cups were swept away by the water.
So he drank the Ganges.
So he drank the Ganges. Shh.
Bhagi Maharaj, he was amazed.
Bhagirath Maharaj was amazed.
Where did the Ganges go?
Where did the Ganges go?
I mean, he was bringing down the Ganges.
He was bringing down the Ganges.
It's not like a river disappeared.
Suddenly that river just disappeared.
And so he was praying. He got all austerities and everything to bring the Ganges to this planet.
He had done all the austerities and everything to bring Ganges to this planet,
Then she disappeared.
and then she just disappeared.
And then it was revealed that she was drunk by Janamuni.
Then it was revealed that she was drunk by Jahanumuni.
And so he requested him, please re-manifest again.
So he requested him to please re-manifest again.
Take her to the east and avoid your ashram.
Take her to the east, avoid ashram.
And that's why we have the Ganges by our side.
That's why we have the Ganges by our side.
But Janamani said,
But Janamuni said,
sorry, she's digested.
She's digested.
Anyone who can drink the Ganges, digest her, you can re-manifest her.
He said, you can drink the Ganges, you can digest her, and you can re-manifest her.
So, and then Janu rose the Ganges from his knee.
So then Janu, he manifested the Ganges from his knee.
And that's how she has the name Jahanavi.
That's how she has the name Jahanavi.
So Jahanavi
Jahanavi
came from Janamuni.
came from Jahanamuni.
So, but then she came a little bit and she stopped.
But then she came a little bit and she stopped.
What a day for Ravi, huh?
What a day for Bhagirath.
So I asked Ganges, why aren't you moving?
So he asked Ganges, why aren't you moving?
And then she revealed to him that this place is the appearance place in Kali Yuga of Krishna's avatar.
So then she revealed to Bhagirath that this place in Kali Yuga is the appearance place of Lord Krishna's avatar.
And it's almost his appearance day.
And it's almost his appearance day.
So I want to be here for his appearance day.
So I want to be here for his appearance day.
I want to be here for Gaura Purnima.
I want to be here for Gaura Purnima. It says
in the Shastra
that anyone
who bathes
who bathes
in
in the
the Ganges
Ganges
on this day gets love of Krishna.
Gets love for Krishna.
But it's not so easy.
That's what the Shastra says.
No, it's not so easy.
It's not so easy.
Today is holy.
Today is holy.
They throw colors.
They throw colors.
You have to go through a color battle.
You have to go through a color battle.
If you go in the morning.
If you go in the morning.
If you wait till the afternoon.
If you wait till afternoon.
They usually stop throwing colors.
They usually stop throwing colors. Maybe.
And please be very careful though.
Please be very careful though.
Because some devotees, there's a lot of current in the Ganges, so you have to.
There's a lot of current in the Ganges, so you have to be very careful.
If you don't know swimming.
If you don't know swimming.
Just take some water and pour it on your head.
Just take some water and pour it on your head.
Otherwise, and if you know swimming, be very careful.
But even if you know swimming, be very careful.
I saved many people.
I saved many people.
But I'm not in a very good position to swim now.
But I'm not in a very good position to swim now.
And so I hope there's lifeguards.
I hope that there are lifeguards.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so this is a very sacred day.
so this is a very sacred day.
And this is a sacred place.
This is a sacred place.
Actually, if we understand how Lord Chaitanya divinely appears,
Actually, if you understand how Lord Chaitanya divinely appears,
Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita,
Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita,
Janma Karma Sadai Divyam,
Janma Karma Chame Divyam.
my appearance and activities are transcendental.
My appearance and activities are transcendental.
Those who know,
Those who know,
they don't take birth again.
they don't take birth again.
They come back to me.
They come back to me.
So it's very important
So it's very important
to understand how we come into the world with our karma.
that we come into this world due to our karma.
Lord Chaitanya, he chooses. This is my father, this is my mother, this is the time I come.
Lord Chaitanya chooses, this is my father, this is my mother, what time I come,
Everything.
everything.
He is independent.
He is independent.
He is fully Swarat.
He is fully Swarat.
And his activities, he told Nityananda, you're here wandering around Jagannath Puri.
In his pastimes, he told Lord Nityananda Prabhu, you are here wandering about Jagannath Puri.
But we promised we would deliver all kinds of people.
But we promised to deliver 4 kinds of people.
And we descended for that purpose.
He descended for that purpose.
So that the foolish people, people who think they're the body,
Foolish people, people who think they're their body,
the Nichu, the low-born,
the low-born,
Kalo Sudra Sambhava,
Kalau Shudra Sambhava,
everyone is born a Sudra in Kali Yuga.
everyone is born a Shudra in Kali Yuga.
They deliver the Patits, the fallen.
You deliver the Patits, the fallen.
Before you came to Krishna consciousness, did any of you break any of the principles?
Before you came to Krishna consciousness, did any of you break any principles? Yeah.
Or you're fallen.
Then you're fallen.
And the Dukkita,
And Dukkita,
the distressed,
the distressed,
Adi Advik, Adi Daivik, Adi Baudik, and Adi Daivik.
Adhyatmik, Adi Daivik, and Adi Bautik.
Any of you ever suffered any misery in your life?
Have any of you suffered any misery in your life?
So, Lord Chaitanya told Nityananda, he promised to make these people happy.
So Lord Chaitanya told Lord Nityananda, we promise to make these people happy.
We would give them Krishna consciousness.
We would give them Krishna consciousness.
So, I have to stay here, go back to Bengal, and finish the work.
So I have to stay here. So you go back to Bengal and finish the work.
So I was thinking, I qualified in all the 4 aspects.
So he qualified. So I was thinking that I qualified for the 4 aspects.
Time and time.
Jai Nitai.
Jai Gauranga.
Gauranga.
Lord Chaitanya.
Lord Chaitanya
To deliver all the people,
has come to deliver all the people,
especially the foolish, the Nichu, the Patit, and the Dukkita.
foolish, especially foolish, Nichu, the Patito, and the Dukkito.
Actually, these people normally are the last to get delivered.
Actually, normally these people are the last to get liberated.
Somehow Lord Chaitanya is giving this special mercy.
But somehow Lord Chaitanya, he is giving this special mercy.
And Srila Prabhupada,
And Srila Prabhupada,
he brought that to the West.
he brought that to the West.
He carried Lord Chaitanya's mercy.
He carried Lord Chaitanya's mercy.
Haribol.
Haribol!
Haribol.
Haribol!
Haribol.
Haribol!
Gauranga.
Gauranga!
Srila Prabhupada ki. So, by Prabhupada's mercy, we have this opportunity.
So by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we have this opportunity.
We should help Prabhupada
We should help Prabhupada
to spread this Krishna consciousness movement.
to spread this Krishna consciousness movement.
And in 1973, on the Adhivas Puja, he observed it in London.
In 1973, on his Vyasa Puja, observed in London,
He told the devotees there
he told the devotees there
that
that
I want my Grihastha followers
I want my Grihastha followers
to be Paramahamsas.
to be Paramahamsas.
My spiritual master, he was born of Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
My spiritual master, he was born to Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
We need many such acharyas.
We need many such acharyas.
So I may request all the grihastas
So I request all the Grihasthas
to have such transcendental children.
to have such transcendental children. Very good.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Prabhupada had all these high expectations.
Prabhupada had all these high expectations.
And we're reading last night about Murari Chaitanya Das.
We were reading last night about Murari Chaitanya Das.
Actually, Lord Chaitanya was saying how every devotee should try to be a spread Krishna consciousness.
Lord Chaitanya was saying how every devotee should try to spread Krishna consciousness,
And how he was telling that, what's his name? Sangha Thakur,
and he was telling Saranga Thakur
that he should have at least one disciple
that he should have at least one disciple
to spread Krishna
to
consciousness.
spread Krishna consciousness.
But he keeps calling them, do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it?
And you keep coming to him, do you have it? Do you have yet? Do you have yet?
So then he decided,
So then he decided,
the first person I meet tomorrow,
the first person I meet tomorrow,
I'll initiate.
I will initiate.
They went before Mangalarti to the Ganges,
He went before Mangalati to the
take
Ganges
a bath,
to take his bath.
and then the dead body
There was a dead body
floating in the Ganges.
floating in the Ganges.
That's the first person he saw. It was the first person he saw.
He was the first person he saw.
And he rolled him over and gave the mantra.
And he pulled him over and gave him the
And he
mantra.
came back to life.
And he came back alive.
So he became an empowered preacher.
So he became an empowered preacher.
He was already dead.
He was already dead.
He came back to life.
He came back
He
to
was
life.
fearless.
He was fearless.
He would jump on the back of a tiger.
He would jump on the back of tigers.
He would jump and take pythons in his lap.
He would take pythons on his lap.
He'd jump under the water
He would chant japa under the water
for 2-3 days.
for 2-3 days.
He was, but he would go into one village, riding on a tiger, tell everyone, surrender to Krishna.
He would go riding on a tiger to some village and tell everyone, surrender to Krishna.
Jayapataka had one disciple,
Saranga Chakur had one disciple
and he had unlimited disciples.
and he had unlimited disciples.
Like that, Gaura Purnima
Like that, Gaura Kishore Das Babaji
had two disciples.
had two disciples.
One was a Bhajanandi,
One was a Bhajananandi,
so he was just worshipping Krishna.
so he was just worshipping Krishna.
And one was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
And one was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Chakur.
And he and his followers, they have unlimited millions of disciples.
And he and his followers have unlimited millions of disciples.
So we should carry on. This is our real transcendental business.
So we should carry on. This is our real transcendental business.
To represent Prabhupada.
To represent Srila Prabhupada.
And so you want to read Prabhupada's teaching.
We want to read Srila Prabhupada's teachings.
And that's why he established the system of Bhakti Shastri, of the Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta.
That's why he established the system of Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta,
Bhakti Sarvama,
Bhakti Sarvabhauma,
so that people read his books
so people would read his books
and then they become qualified
and they would become qualified
to spread the philosophy.
to spread the philosophy.
Of course, they also have to practice.
Of course, they also have to practice.
On this day of Gaura Purnima,
So on this day of Gaura Purnima,
we should commit ourselves
we should commit ourselves
to helping spread Krishna consciousness.
to helping spread Krishna consciousness.
And of course, one thing we know, our previous acharyas have predicted that Ekadashi Mandir Hare Prakash.
And of course, we know that our previous acharyas had predicted Ek Adbhut Mandir Hoibe Prakash,
Gauranga Nitya Seva Vikas.
Gauranga Nitya Seva Hoibe Vikas. Rajvilas, Prabhu wants to say something.
Thank you so very much, Maharaj, for a wonderful class. Now, on this 537th appeal,